It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. In this game, we'll see the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. And for Cleveland, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And in this next one, two intelligent, grizzled rosters going toe-to-toe. Shaq, with sound effects like that, and two veteran teams like this that know the lay of the land. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, patience, working for the shots that you really want. Two teams that tend to value each possession. That's a grizzly sound, Ernie.
It's grizzled.
Grizzly sound.
You said grizzly.
He said grizzled.
Oh, grizzled.
A couple of grizzled rosters.
Okay, grizzled cheese sandwich. Okay, I got
grizzled cheese, yeah.
Got it.
Exactly.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
For grizzled.
But you got to have good fundamentals, Ernie. That's really big. And experience in crunch time. Guys who've been in a position before, they relax. They take great shots. They don't get nervous. That's what I always like.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I got a quick joke for you guys.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. You know why Snoop carries an umbrella?
Why?
For drizzle. Here's Kevin Harlan.
For drizzle.
The Star-Spangled Banner, sung by musical artist Linda Lynn. Welcome, everyone, to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one following a loss to the Hawks. That one was real close, too. They lost by just 2 points.
Tough night. I mean, they attacked on both ends, and unfortunately for them, they just got called for a lot of fouls.
No question. The officials were active, trying to keep control of the game that affected the substitution pattern.
And Chris, still early in the season, is the pecking order of teams still up in the air, or is it starting for you to lock in?
Well, it starts to lock in for a couple of teams. Those teams that you see start off with those good records, 9-1, 10-2. Those elite teams that you see on each coast that kind of have their own mission. For everyone else, it's a little bit different. The pecking order, the fighting now, the jockeying really starts to get into right now. So that first 20 games, you establish who you are, your identity, and then the next 20, you're fighting to continue to keep that identity or improve it. So don't worry about wins and losses. Those other teams are going to separate, but can you just stay in the middle of the pack and improve and hopefully make your move when the playoffs come?
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Anderson. Good work defensively by Crowder.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston, but he's got some strength and length on that wing, also some toughness and depth.
We all know Smith is not shy about letting it fly. We're going straight into the D and picking up the 5.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Now we know this guy Smith is one of the most fearless shooters in the game. I don't know if he's ever seen a shot he didn't like.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
In the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
Now here's Green. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. Rejected by Crowder.
Big defensive play by Crowder, snuffing him out there.
Screen by Smith. Back to Crowder from downtown. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Murray the pass to Gay. He feeds it to Aldridge. They need this. Here's Murray. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. Throw good, Murray. Second free throw, no good. Fry. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, up by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, right. Only the first quarter. Don't over-panic, but it seems like their strategy is working. We'll see if the other side can counter.
And so it's Cleveland with it. It's a 5-point game. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
Yeah, for sure. This is a team that feels like they should never be swept in the season series by anyone, but especially when it comes to one of the heavy hitters from the other conference.
Rose is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Green in at the 4 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, look, when you're giving up that type of height, you use your quickness. It's just that simple. And it's also a matter of skill.
Wade kicks to Rose. Pass to Korver. Ginobili against Wade. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wade's got the lead back up to 7 now for Cleveland.
Now look, I like seeing Wade get loose inside. He's effective at converting deep in the post.
And here's Mills for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Mills has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rose kicks to Wade. The fadeaway, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Wade has always been a gifted mid-range scorer. I mean, his jumper, extremely consistent.
Pass to Bertans. There's the pick. Off the screen. Here's Laverne. And it's D. Wade with the rebound.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
This is DeRozan. Green with a screen for Rose. Back to Wade. The stupendous finish in traffic. Wade's got 6 points in the quarter.
Look at that concentration by Wade. He's incredible at finding ways to score over the toughest of defenses. What a wild shot there. You know he'll think twice about trying that again.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cavaliers lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. For the Cavaliers, what do you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, they're getting higher percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot that jump shot every time down the court. There was no diversity in their offense. No one was able to figure out different things that they were doing. Very predictable offense, and I think that was the difference.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
Well, there are a lot of players who seemingly have ice in their veins when the game is on the line. They do not blink. When you think about those kind of players, who might be the most mentally tough in the league right now?
Well, it's so hard to tell who really is mentally tough because you don't know what these guys are thinking. But I know who looks like just cold stone, just merciless players out there, and that's Kawhi Leonard because you never know. You know Kawhi is a nice guy, but, you know, he'll shoot a shot that'll end the game and then just give you such a cold look. And I think Isaiah Thomas is that way. I mean, I think so many players, of course, LeBron, Curry have been that way their whole career. But Kawhi Leonard seems to be that next coming of ice in his veins.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Murray and Green team up to make the backcourt, and it's Anderson in its small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and it's James missing.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
Yeah, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
Now here's Murray. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game, and it's Aldridge missing.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
And that just shows you can do everything right sometimes but still get the wrong result.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Spurs trail by 5. In the corner, Murray with it. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Rose against Gasol. Rose dishes to Crowder. Drains it from beyond the arc. Crowder's got his second bucket tonight.
He's worked a lot on his three-point shot. Crowder makes enough where it has to be on.
Anderson kicks to Aldridge. From the wing. Aldridge can't get that one to fall.
Look, he had all the time in the world to get the jumper off. Maybe it was too much time.
And so it's Cleveland in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. A chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team just moments ago.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. You got shots, let them fly.
And that's the thing about Greg Popovich. As long as you're taking good shots, he doesn't want you to hesitate, doesn't want you to stop.
Well, and the offense is designed to create opportunities. So if you pass up the opportunity, you're kind of defeating the whole purpose of the exercise.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. D-Wade out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Love in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good.
I like the awareness on the court from Wade. He's excellent at scanning the floor to set up the open teammate.
And Mills kicks to Anderson. They set the pick. Forbes the pass to Aldridge. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Kicks it to Crowder over Anderson. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Crowder's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs. Crowder's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. The 3 from Mills. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Fantastic bomb there, just especially against the taller defender.
Korver dishes to Wade. Pass to LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And the Cavaliers lead by 7. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Jay Crowder.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Rose is checked in. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Here's Love, and the layup's good off the glass.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
Here's Gay, following the basket by Kevin Love. Shoots a fader, buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
His mid-range game is what sets Aldridge apart from the other bigs in our league. He's about as accurate a shooter as you'll find among players with his size.
Taking 2 shots. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
LeBron continues to add to his legacy, a dominant player on both ends of the floor.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And those free throws, they're like little daggers, carving them out a bigger cushion.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're down by 7. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
All you can do at this point is focus. Dial in on each moment. Do your best. You can't get consumed over the score.
The three from Bertans. The rebound by Jeff Green. Now here's Calderon. He's tightly guarded. And so it's Cleveland winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. See you later.